Alright, hello, and welcome to the Shark Stream. Small snag in our programming for today. So today was supposed to just be Deltarune, but whoopsie daisy, I found out that there was going to be a Silent Hill transmission at the last second today. And that is going to be happening in about half an hour. So we're here today. So, okay, I had this whole thing set up. So I looked at what information we had about the Silent Hill transmission that was happening today, and I found out, oh, they're going to be talking about Silent Hill Townfall. The game that I've been mentioning recently was, like, one of, like, the 3 major game projects that they announced all the way back in, like, 2022 or something, alongside the likes of Silent Hill 2 Remake and Silent Hill F, that we hadn't heard anything about since the developer had to go on record and say, hey, just so y'all know, Silent Hill Townfall isn't affected by the obscene amount of layoffs that our parent company just went through. Which is like, yeesh. Do not envy having to make that statement. So I had this whole thing planned out where I was going to go ahead and start today's stream where, like, I was going to be like, okay, we don't know a whole lot about Silent Hill Townfall. All we have is this teaser trailer. It features like a radio, some shots of like some sort of beach shore with some waves lapping up, and not a whole lot else. And then the state of play had a whole fucking 2.5 minute trailer for it that I have not watched yet. Because god damn it, I'm making this a Silent Hill announcement stream. I'm gonna make it a Silent Hill announcement stream. There was a lot of other stuff that got announced during that state of play. Some of it interesting, some of it exciting, some of it straight up baffling, quite frankly. I'm gonna have thoughts about the God of War trilogy remake. I'll tell you that for free. My first and foremost thought is, why? Regardless, I have thoughts about that and, like, the entire idea of, like, the fetish that modern gaming seems to have with remakes, which has, don't get me wrong, resulted in some incredibly fantastic gaming experiences. Resident Evil Remake, obviously. Resident Evil 2 Remake. I really like the Silent Hill 2 Remake. The Dead Space Remake is a across-the-board huge improvement over the original game. Like, I can't even deny that. But just as much as, like, I enjoy the idea of, like, these games having new life breathed into them. Breathed, right? As much as I like the idea of these games having, like, new life breathed into them, that's probably also not right. I do have to admit that at times there is the question of, did we need this? I don't think we needed this. Like, for example, I still don't necessarily believe that Resident Evil 4 needed a remake. I like the Resident Evil 4 remake. I think it's an absolute fucking banger video game. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think it was necessarily required. It was not required for that game. That game is already good. My name's Gage, aka Acid Shark. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Silent Hill transmission for February 12th, 2026. That, again, I only found out was happening today. Video games. So what our plan is going to be, in a little bit here, we're going to take a look at the new Silent Hill Townfall trailer that released with the Sony State of Play. And then, as we get closer to 6 p.m. Central Time, when the Silent Hill transmission is actually going to be airing, we'll be taking a look at that. Hello, Lila! Welcome! And that's currently the plan. And then, of course, once the Silent Hill transmission is over, we will then transition from the transmission into Delta-Russian. Delta-Rune is what it's called. Delta-Russian. But yeah. So that's exciting. A lot of exciting stuff happening. Some not so exciting stuff happening also. You can't buy Yakuza 3 Remastered anymore unless you pay $130. They are delisting and ceasing production of physical copies of the Jurassic Park Classic Collection as of April 1st. Forever physical, my fucking ass. Sorry. It still bums me out that, like, limited run games is the only way that there's, like, a lot of games that would actually get physical copies. Alas, this is the world we live in. Such is life. But I am full of Chipotle, and I'm sipping on an energy drink. And none of that matters to me right now. Now, normally, in situations like this, what I've done in the past is like, oh, I'll just, like, pull up YouTube on my computer and share the window through OBS. But, like, I feel like the last couple times I've tried that, it has played all sorts of hell with my computer's performance, having a active YouTube video, my VC face and OBS open at the same time, all running. So just before the stream, I did confirm that the YouTube app on the Xbox Series X does not appear to be copyright protected. I assume unless I start up a movie. So we won't be all doing a group watch of Lockout by noted sex pest Luc Besson. We will just be using it for the Silent Hill Townfall trailer and Silent Hill transmission event. So that'll be fun. Should work just fine. The Townfall trailer is going to be kind of like our big test to see if that's all going to work properly. So, fingers crossed. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get to everything in Deltarune today. If it has to be just a shorter stream, I don't really mind. But, like, I do want to try and beat that boss. Or, like, beat it enough. You know how it works. I don't need to explain this to you. What else? What else been going on? Something happened recently that I was excited about. I can't remember. I get excited about shit all the time and think, oh, I should talk about that on stream. But then, like, something happens where it's just like, hey, we're gonna drop a bunch of new Silent Hill information today. It's just like, fuck me. Okay. Something is coming up. Something's coming up. It's 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 there. You got to. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're right, Lila. Read Wicked Game. I did. I'll get into this in more detail probably in the lead up to the Deltarune stream. Well, no, because I'm probably going to be busy talking about the PlayStation stuff, so I'll talk about it here. I did finish writing the new chapter today, last night, actually. I was really worried about it because my goal was I wanted to finish this chapter and have it up by Valentine's Day. Hello, Necromancer Kobold. Can't believe Konami is just now allowing themselves to cook again. If you can believe it, I think the fact that they've had, like, a decent amount of, like, success so far with, like, genuinely good, like, remaster collections and re-releases, as well as, like, some actual fucking, like, banger Silent Hill games, is giving them a lot more confidence in gaming as a moneymaker, which I think is part of, like, what they were kind of concerned about with when they pivoted to Pachinko. We've hit our 15-minute time here, so I'm going to go ahead and get the new Townfall trailer up here. Give me a moment. Pause. We're going to take a look at this. All right. So again, I haven't seen this trailer yet. I did not watch the state of play. I was busy eating and spending time with my wife. This is them on the Rebirth. Imagine what could have happened if they didn't kill themselves for almost a decade. They probably would have kept making bad games. Well, no, they were on the cusp of Silent Hills. Oh, here we go.
Listen to me. You can't stay in this room forever. I can't stay in this room forever. I know this is going to be hard. But you have to come back to me. Come back to me, Simon.
Now, this developer tends to make, like, pretty unorthodox games, like, not just, like, your standard kind of experiences, so I'm actually very curious what this game is going to be like, if it's going to be more like a straight-up Silent Hill experience.
But this time it's different.
Saint Amelia. Okay.
I keep trying to fix what happened. But no matter what I do,
You can't fix it. It doesn't let us change things. You did what you did.
Okay. Okay, looks like it's first person. Okay, I'm into it. Coming 2026. Oh, shit. Okay. No, we don't need to look at that. That's fine. All right, let's go ahead and go back here. I had watched a video about, like, cartoon plot twists nobody saw coming, so don't worry about it. FPS looter shooter battle royale. Also loving the hints of medical horror in this. Absolutely. I will say that enemy style that they showed off where he's got like all the straps on him and everything, it's a little derivative of the lying figure, but like it wouldn't be the first time that one of these games has had something derivative of the lying figure. You know, Origins, Homecoming, all that good stuff. No weirdness in the stream quality. That's good. That's what we want. Also, Townfall is a silly name. I know, but I love it. It also seems like it's taking the path that Silent Hill F took, where it is a Silent Hill style game, a Silent Hill style narrative that doesn't take place in Silent Hill, which is interesting. I watched there's a whole video that I watched earlier today with Natalie about the, what was it called? It is, oh god, it was about the Silent Hill phenomenon, the thing that's mentioned in the short message. Seeing Rayman in 2026. Also, hello, AK4 is nice, and Legacy of Kain. I've got the Soul Reaver remasters on my shelf, waiting for me to play them. I want to do them on stream. So, okay. Alright, I am going to be right back. Hang tight.
Just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back him up with a fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying, you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep. Down Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah. Interesting. Whether we're getting a full remake of all 3 OG God of Wars as well as a prequel trilogy. I got thoughts on that. We are going to save those for the pre-show for Deltarune. We're not going to worry about anything not Silent Hill related right now. Man. I see one of the things that you see a lot with stuff like this is just like, well, if they're not going to set it in Silent Hill, why make it a Silent Hill game? And it's just like, well, because among other things, if it wasn't set in Silent Hill and they styled it like a Silent Hill game, then it would get compared to Silent Hill. The other thing is, if it wasn't called a Silent Hill game, you wouldn't fucking play it. Let's be realistic here. This is the thing. This always bothers me, where it's just like, oh, why would they say that this is part of this series when it has nothing to do with it? Why wouldn't they just call it something else? Just like the reason you talking about it is why they named it that. Like, what the fuck? We do need to acknowledge the fact that, like, brand recognition is huge. Like, this is why things that are like other stuff, but aren't other stuff, never quite catch on as much as the thing named the thing, you know? Hello, Lazalila, welcome! Oh, we can probably go ahead and... Yep, here we go. Let's go ahead and just... Ah! Hope everybody is ready for information about the Townfall. I'm so excited. Oh my god, hi. You just yeeted me back to high school. Don't you mean high school? Fucked up countdown. I don't understand anything happening right now. I thought it was supposed to start at 6. Oh shit, no, we're just going. Okay, cool. We in there, we do it, we done boys. Never mind, 10 more minutes. Fuck off! You motherfuckers. Oh boy. That's so fucking funny. Okay. I can't even be mad. How are you going to give me a 60-second countdown into a 10-minute countdown? That's so good. That's so good. I can't be mad. I can't even be mad. I know that it was a countdown to the premiere. But, like, that's so fucking funny. Oh, man. I'm excited. I have been interested in Townfall since it was announced. It was the one that we knew the least about. It was the one that we had the least amount of information on. We knew about Silent Hill 2 Remake. Silent Hill 2 Remake is what it was, their killer app for that initial announcement back in 2022-ish, I think. I think it was 2022. Silent Hill 2 Remake was their killer app for that announcement. They also had, like, the announcement of, like, Return to Silent Hill and Silent Hill Ascension, but, like, the big one was Silent Hill 2 Remake. After that, Silent Hill F. People love Ryukishi 07. You know, it's just, but died as well. Oh, fuck, Carmiel is about to raid into me. I look down, I'm just like, oh, that's my name, hold on. Alright, let's give them a big welcome when they all come in. But I'm glad I happened upon the stream. I'm glad you're here too. I'm excited to see what information they've got about Townfall. There it is. Hello, Raiders! I totally didn't know you were coming. I didn't look down at my phone and see that Miel was raiding into me. Not at all, not at all. Welcome to the Shark Stream! We're about to check out the Silent Hill transmission after having just watched the Silent Hill Townfall trailer that premiered during the State of Play. So if you're coming in from Miel's stream, you would have watched the State of Play, so you would already be caught up with what we know about it. So I'm glad you're here. My name Gage. I am a variety streamer. Today was supposed to be Deltarune, and then I found out this was happening. So now I'm just like, shit, okay, I have to do this. Like, it's just, you know. But I was just talking about, Townfall was the game that was announced. It was the third game announced at the same time as Silent Hill 2 Remake and Silent Hill F back in, like, 2022. And it was the one that we knew the least about. Silent Hill F had, like, I didn't know they were going to discuss it further, so I sent the munchers your way since it's late for me. Understood. Welcome, munchers. Fellow munches. Silent Hill F, we got, like, the whole trailer showing off, like, just kind of the game's, like, visual style, giving an idea of what to expect. Silent Hill 2 Remake, we got a bunch of information on that. Townfall got a teaser trailer that was showing that radio and, like, the waves on the beach, and that was it. We got absolutely nothing, and it has been dead quiet for, like, 4 years now. So with that in mind, I'm excited to see more information, because that trailer was neat. I thought it was cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Excuse me. Okay, I was so confused because, like, new games so soon after F. Yeah, no, they were working on, like, 3 games simultaneously. Because they announced Silent Hill 2 Remake, which was the furthest one along, Silent Hill F and Silent Hill Townfall all at the same time. I'm assuming Townfall would have come out sooner if Annapurna hadn't, like, fucking purged a bunch of their gaming development arm. Which was a little awkward, because the developers of Townfall had to come out and be like, hey guys, this Townfall is still coming out, don't worry. It's just like, well, that's good, I guess. Sure. I I would be interested to see, because like Konami's been talking about how like, oh, we want to release a new Silent Hill game every year, which is absolutely insane to me, actually. But I mean, hey, you know, I'm not a game developer, so let's go ahead and do like a solid 1080 if you could. What was I saying? Yeah, they want to release a new game every year, but so far they haven't announced like anything new. We have thus far gotten 4 new Silent Hill games since the series reemergence. You know, there was Short Message, Silent Hill 2 Remake, Silent Hill F. We're getting Silent Hill Townfall this year, apparently. Fucking wild. I hope there's a physical release. If there isn't, I will be sad. And it does seem like Townfall is going in sort of taking a similar tack as Silent Hill F, where it is the same phenomena displaced to another part of the world. I'm really interested to find out what the deal is with this one, where this takes place, and eventually find out what the connection is. Natalie was watching that video earlier today that was discussing the pros and cons of the concept of the Silent Hill phenomenon that was introduced in Silent Hill: The Short Message, which turns the idea of Silent Hill from like a sort of concentrated phenomenon to like something that is more like psychologically widespread. And I do like the idea because like I feel like there's only so much of Silent Hill that you can really explore. Like they were pushing it with Downpour, where it was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this whole new district of Silent Hill that nobody's seen before. And then we saw it and it's just like, okay, cool. But it's just like prior to that, like everything for Silent Hill took place in like the same areas that were explored in like Silent Hill 1, Origins, Homecoming, 2, 3, etc., etc. And it's crazy that against our expectations, only one announced project so far have been god-awful. Absolutely buck wild, honestly. It's really just been Ascension. All the games have been pretty good. Like, I'm a Short Message defender, okay? I will defend the Short Message till the day I fucking die. That game made me feel things. Silent Hill 2 Remake, against all odds, really good game. Silent Hill F, fucking phenomenal. Return to Silent Hill was peak cinema, obviously. So I'm pretty confident in Townfall. I'm not talking because Yummy Din Dins, but that trailer earlier was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited. Hello, Zilla! But yeah, I'd be interested to see if they announce any other Silent Hill stuff on this stream, or if it's just purely going to be Townfall stuff. Townfall looks super interesting. It does. I've been so interested in it since like it was announced. I was talking about something. It was the Silent Hill Phenomena one. It mentioned that just like, oh, if it's going to tie back to the original games, it has to do it in more obvious ways. And I reject that, because when I found that pond behind Shu's house in Silent Hill F that had the white Claudia growing around it, I popped the fuck off, and nothing has... I don't think I've ever felt such excitement at finding a environmental object ever. I loved F, so I'm just like, boo? Yeah, 100%. That's how I'm choosing to read that emote. That emote sounds like boo to me. I believe Bob Vids is also going to be watching this stream, so I'll need to check his VOD afterwards to see what he thinks of it. Both the original trailer that was showcased during the State of Play, and then also this transmission. Because, like, Bob Vids is, like, one of, like, 3 people whose opinions on Silent Hill stuff I deeply respect. May not always agree with them, but I respect. There's plenty of people out there whose opinions on Silent Hill I don't respect. Oh, it's starting. Fuck, man, it sure is. They have got to be, like, keeping the fog machine market, like, in business in Japan for these things. Only those three, huh? Interesting. So not coming to Xbox. Oh, no, oh yeah. Okay, okay. Project. Okay, okay.
アナプルナインタラクティブのインタラクティブ&ニューメディア部門プレジデントヘクター・サンチェスさんとゲーム部門責任者のリアン・ルームさん、そしてスクリーンバーンのライター兼ディレクターのジョン・マッケランさんをお迎えしています。
Let's not talk about the layoffs. Let's get into it.
Thank you, Okamoto-san. At Annapurna, we're always looking to push the boundaries of storytelling, and we couldn't be more excited and honored to have the opportunity to work with you and the entire team at Konami to co-publish Silent Hill Townfall. Annapurna Interactive is a publisher that not only looks for great stories to tell, but also great teams to tell those stories. And we're so pleased to partner with the very special development team that created Silent Hill Townfall, John, and the entire team at Screenburn Interactive.
And this project came about because the team at Annapurna and the team at Screenburn are really passionate about Silent Hill. We're very excited about the unique stories that we're able to tell in this amazing franchise. It's also important to us at Annapurna that the developers we partner with really love the IP that they're working on, and that's exactly what we have with Screenburn.
Yeah, as a fan of the series ever since the release of the first game, it's a real pleasure and an honor to be here today to talk about Townfall. The entire development team and I are so excited to finally be able to share our first look after so many years of development out of sight.
皆さんありがとうございます。
I feel like Screenburn
それでは
wasn't
まず
the
本日
first
公開され
developer for
た
this, but...
サイレントヒルタウンホールのリビールトレーラーを振り返りましょう。
Okay. Let's see it again. I'm not against seeing it again. Maybe I'll find something I missed. Hello, Kale. Welcome.
Listen to me. You can't stay in this room forever. I can't stay in this room forever.
It's a little Tenna.
I know this is going to be hard.
Tenna, age 5.
But you have to come back to me. Come back
Teeny
to me,
Tenna.
Simon.
Teeny Tenna is just BMO. Let's be real here. I'm gonna be real, I thought this was the part of Silent Hill that Downpour took place in for, like, the entirety up until the sign was revealed.
I woke up in the water again. But this time it's different.
I wonder where this takes place. I'm not familiar with, like, a lot of, like, the aesthetics here, so I can't say for sure.
I keep trying to fix what happened. But no matter what I do,
You can't fix it. It doesn't let us change things.
It feels like
You did what you did.
British Isles-ish. This would only be the second first-person Silent Hill game after the short message. Okay, let's go.
前回のティザートレーラーから続く形でついにあのポケットテレビの持ち主が明らかになりました。
Hey,
こ
look,
の
it's
ト
the
レ
first
ーラ
Black
ー
Crow
は
taking
タウ
the
ン
Silent
フォ
Hill
ール
game. You
の
won't
本
only
質
see his
そして
hands.
サイレントヒルらしさをしっかりと捉えています。
And we can see from the trailer that debuted today that Townfall clearly embodies the DNA of the Silent Hill franchise.
That's true,
It
it
also
does.
has quite a unique take, which we
It's
know
got
has
fog,
been
it's
really
got
important to
monsters.
the team at Screenburn. And part of that uniqueness comes from their own identity, their perspectives, their history, and their style. So, John, we'd love viewers to learn more about Screenburn and your team's history and the work you've done on Silent Hill Townfall.
Absolutely. Our main objectives were to make a game that could feel specific to the team who made it, to bring something new to the series in terms of setting, and to really think about what Silent Hill, both in concept and gameplay, could look like through a Screenburn lens.
Yeah, and it's this lens that appealed to us so much when we started working with you and Screenbird, many years ago. And we knew that with Annapurna's partnership with Konami helping to guide the project, that the three teams together could produce something original, exciting for the fans, and show Silent Hill in a way that hadn't been seen before.
That's what it was.
皆様、情熱あるメッセージ本当にありがとうございます。サイレントヒルの伝統を受け継ぎつつも、新しいチームごとに世界観やテーマ、美学がどのように解釈されるかを示すことはとても重要です。
True.
ここでスクリーンバーンインタラクティブと本作を形作る人々の姿をご覧いただきましょ
う。Oh yeah, it seems like it might be out of Scotland then. I was looking at Wikipedia. There's no delay on the video. I opened Screenburn's Wikipedia page because I was trying to remember. They used to be called No Code. And then I guess they changed their name at some point. And I saw that they were just like, oh, they're in Glasgow, Scotland. And I was just like, oh, it must be in Scotland then.
We worked on over the years. So Super ArcLight was our first title that we released back in 2016. Stories Untold 2017, Observation 2019, and then Silent Hill soon.
Observation is actually pretty cool. I played a bunch of that
Silent
game.
Hill games, the thought that we're going to be slotted in at the end there, it is a genuine honor to work with the franchise and to contribute to it. After we shipped Observation, we were kind of like figuring out what we were going to do next. And then we got this call from Annapurna to ask us what we would do with Silent Hill. That froze us in our tracks.
That is a hell of a question to get, coming off of
But
Observation.
it's one we knew we all wanted right away. We pulled together a pitch of what we felt would be a really cool, unique Screenburn take.
Well, it would have been a
Brought
no-code
it to
take, but
Konami, and we were delighted that they loved the idea. It was like, this is exactly what we need. This is what we want to do, and we want you to go for it. And so to have their trust in us, both Annapurna and Konami, is a huge honor.
Ooh, tuned for lean.
So yeah, this is where Graham lives and where design lives.
My name's Graham McKellen. I'm the lead game designer. John is my brother, so we've known each other for a while. We have a lot of the same experiences, films that we watched when we grew up, games that we played. That allows us to work really well together when it comes to finding the synergy between narrative and game design.
Mm-hmm.
Very early, we agreed that we wanted to present this game in first person. And first person is, you have a more limited field of view. There's things happening off screen
this
which
looks
you're not
great.
always aware of.
Holy shit.
As we know in horror, what happens off screen is sometimes more scarier than what happens right in front of you.
True.
How we use the perspective to induce the horror, anxiety, and fear, but then at the same time trying to find the balance to that, which is what can we give the player?
One of the first things we set out to do was like, what can we do with the radio that's not been done before? What can we do that kind of gives it a new function, a new aesthetic, but it feels Silent Hill, the analog tech that's kind of been my visual calling card. Most of the things we've done, like even in our previous games, has been as close to real life technology as we can get. This is a very small handheld TV, but kind of inspired the CRTV.
The CRTV is, our take on the classic radio. We knew we wanted to have the player bring it up and actually use it. So we were really keen on having the player tune with the CRTV, actually go through the frequencies.
Interesting.
Discover narrative content, but also being able to use it.
That seems kind of
see
Signalis-esque.
where enemies were.
Like when you would tune the radio in Signalis.
So yeah, we teach the peak mechanic, which gives the player
But I
a
do
little bit
like
extra mobility around where the camera can be. So you can peek up and to the sides to see around corners or over walls.
I keep doing this as I lean.
I also do that,
And it's really important for the first-person perspective, giving the player that extra control over the camera.
Like, I get that. Just
For a
like
long
you're
time,
leaning in
this
the game, so you gotta lean in
we
real
felt like
life.
just be Northern Europe, you know, and not lock it down to Scotland. There was a drive to create something that felt authentic to us, and it kind of felt natural to kind of bring it home.
When John first showed me the game and I saw this sort of a very obviously Silent Hill, misty, foggy environment, that felt like a walk to school when I was growing up. Because, you know, I've grown up in towns like this, in a small fishing town that's kind of similar.
Oh,
to
this
St.
game's gonna
Mary.
look fucking incredible. Look at
a
these.
Beautifully epic, grey,
Like, this is what they're using
environment.
as, like, inspiration. This game's gonna look incredible.
It just feels so real, especially when you're going through it in first person. You kind of feel like you're there. It's so detailed, every single thing, and it's all connected to the story.
A very personal story. I know for John as well.
I would have been about 17 or 18 when the first game came out, and I was really ill, high fever, all this kind of stuff. I know I finished it, but the experience I have was like a fever dream, because it literally was. To this day, I've never played it again, because I kind of don't want to know whether what happened that night was real or not. Drawn to the Fog ever since. And I think now
Best way to
that
experience
we're
Silent
actually
Hill.
responsible for it, and we're actually kind of pulling the rest of the team in, and now we're looking forward to bringing the fans into that fever dream too.
Interesting perspective to take on it, honestly.
スクリーンバーンのチームの皆さん、ありがとうございました。自分たちの仕事だけでなく、サイレントヒルの歴史や意味に強い情熱を持つ開発者の姿を目にするのはとても刺激的ですね。各チームがそれぞれのビジョンをサイレントヒルに持ち込み、新しい体験をどのように形作ったのかがよくわかります。さて、公開されたばかりのトレーラーについて語るべきことがたくさんあります。最も注目すべきは本作が一人称視点である点でしょう。過去作にも一人称要素はあるものの、10時間を超える長編作品としてこの方式を採用したのはタウンフォールがシリーズ史上初めてです。この視点の変化によりプレイヤーはサイレントヒルの恐怖を新たなレンズを通して目撃することになります。恐怖がプレイヤーのすぐそばに迫るだけでなく、スクリーンバーンが考案した新しい戦闘、回避、謎解きのメカニクスとも見事に調和します。
Absolutely. Every feature of the game has been
The
designed
way
with this
that the
perspective
Silent
in
Hill
mind,
transmission
but always
is like
making sure that when we see
framed,
the
like
world
where
in this
people
new
are
way,
like standing
the
and shit like that, is
experience
so
still feels distinctly Silent
unnerving.
Hill. A big part of that experience is centered around enemies and how our protagonist Simon will encounter them. Familiar tools from the world of Silent Hill are all available, planks of wood, pipes, and ranged weapons like the pistol. But the ability to sneak, hide, and evade brings a new element of choice to the combat, where resorting to violence isn't the only option.
It's not necessarily new, but, you
In
know,
fact,
whatever.
with the aid of the pocket television, known as the CRTV in the game, evasion is every bit as useful a survival technique as facing enemies head-on. Players are encouraged to experiment and find a playstyle that suits them while being mindful of the resources and the opportunities that surround them.
わかりやすい例が覗き込みですよね。サイモンは物体や壁の上からあるいは周りから慎重に身を乗り出して敵の様子を確認でき、発見される可能性を下げることができます。この要素は遭遇前の慎重さが生かされるだけでなく、見た目、手触りの面でとても映画的な表現になっています。
Indeed, that additional level of fine control provided to the player works especially well in first person, and it allows players to cautiously assess an encounter before they make a decision to evade or charge in. In first person, features like the peak or the CRTV become more
this is
immersive,
harsh survival horror.
rendering details up close in the
I know, I
character's
want to
hands
enjoy
and
the
all in
video
a
game.
tactile and physical way, rather than using on-screen HUD elements. These features really shine in first person, and as the game progresses, players will be challenged in many different ways. Using the right technique at the right time is vital for Simon's survival.
ジョンさん、次は新主人公サイモン・
Simon
オーデルに目を向
Ordell
けてみ
is
ま
a
しょう。
strong
シリーズのキャラクタ
protagonist
ーは
name.
皆心に重いものを抱えていますが、 サイモンも例外ではありません。彼は多層的で不安定、そして非常に人間的です。トレーラー冒頭で主人公であるサイモンが今回舞台となる町セントアメリアに縁があることが示唆され、彼の困難な旅が始まります。ジョンさん、彼が島へ向かう事情、そしてプレイヤーが踏み入れる物語について視聴者の皆様に特別に教えてもらえますか？
Tell me about this
Well,
man.
I knew when beginning to write the game that fans would have certain expectations about the worlds, characters, and the themes that permeate the series. I wanted to both lean into those expectations in some ways and subvert them in others. Guilt is a strong theme throughout Silent Hill's many stories, and I wanted to dive deeper into the various different ways that guilt can manifest, where it comes from, what it can do to people, and how, if you can, come to accept or resolve it. So while those narrative themes are distinctly Silent Hill, we're looking at and interpreting those themes in a very different way.
Interesting.
ゲームの冒頭、サイモンは物事を終わらせてほしい、それが正しいことだと告げる謎の電話を受け取ります。トレーラーで見た通り、彼は島に到着しますが、この段階ではどうやって来たのか不明であり、サイモン自身も向かう先が分かっていないように見えます。
Well, a core component of our team's narrative style that has been present in all of our previous games is mystery. Simon's journey through the town is layered with nuance and questions, where players will gradually uncover both small details and big reveals, and they'll be kept guessing throughout. There are other characters to
His
meet along
blood's
the way
really
too,
good. Did you see? It got an
and
A+.
understanding Simon's connection to them is key to the narrative. Some mysteries will pay off as the game progresses, and some will deepen further, inviting players to dive deep into the world and the details spread around the town.
サイモンの旅がどのようなものになるのか楽しみにしていただければと思います。
I am excited.
さて、次はタウンフォールの舞台となる街、セントアメディアについてご紹介しましょう。サイレントヒルのキャラクターを街と切り離すことはできません。世界は彼らを映し出し、試し、変えていきます。サイモンの旅を理解するには、彼が身を置く街を理解する必要があります。それでは、セントアメディアのインスピレーションとなったスコットランドの実際の場所を見てみましょ
う。Okay, just stop staring at me. Because you're streaming, I'm okay. All right, fair.
So we're going to go to the east coast of Scotland. We've referenced a lot in the game.
Scotland.
Graham and I have been many times over the years. We took Paul up when he joined the team. And I think this is Linda's first time.
It is, yeah.
So you're going to get
Just standing there menacingly.
As a QA lead, I think I have played probably 3,000 hours of this game.
Fucked up.
But I've actually never explored those real towns, so I'm excited to see it.
It's the smell and the wind and the sound of the place, all of that together is what you're trying to recreate. You're not just trying to recreate the visuals, you're trying to recreate the vibe. And there's no better way of doing it than spending time there.
It's really important to not live your life behind a lens and just absorb the place when you're there. So I suppose it's always important for artists to get out and see the place that they're supposed to be making.
Graham and I were chasing fog while I dragged Graham out with me. I was like, I need someone in front of the camera when I take these images. Fog was so dense that when we came out here, we got to like this spot, and from here we couldn't see the coast anymore, and we couldn't tell which direction the coast was in, and we immediately felt like in danger. And we ended up with this shot here. The atmosphere
really
was
good.
Like blue and light. The sun was going down. Everything from that moment was when we kind of realized how this game was going to begin.
A QA lead. I thought QA was a department most game devs want us to know, want us to not know exists.
Called a har. I got pretty obsessed chasing the har. You know, I wasn't painting images. I wasn't like trying to like imagine what the fog would look like. I could go to a town that looks like St. Amelia and find a fog that looks like Silent Hill and come back and show the team, here's what the game needs to look like. You know, and I would drag other people on my trips with me and be like, you got to come too. And they're like, really? It's 4 a.m. So that when we come back to the studio, we can try and recreate what we felt, not just what we saw.
That's really good, honestly. Honestly, I could mistake those photos for screenshots. They are like really good at like setting the tone.
Beautiful corner that we did, and then as we get around this corner, yeah, it's literally the same.
It is actually, yeah.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Yep.
Don't we have that in the game? The seaweed.
A lot of this kind of reminds me. This reminds me a lot of like the places that my family would visit when we lived in Massachusetts, like when we go up Cape Cod and everything.
How they're used, that kind of thing. You know. This is it. This is very similar to St. Amelia Pier.
So we're in St. Monans. This is the harbour town, and was the first place that we built for the game. When I started to write the story,
Cape Cod slash coast, but not Maine for sure.
The isolation was a big factor. There's like an existential dread that comes with that. Silent Hill has always had a sense of like not being able to leave the town and face why you're there.
I don't have enough
isolation
memories
just for the protagonist,
of Maine
but also for the town. It's like they've
to
got to do what
like
they've got to do. You just
sort of
have to get
like
on with
build
it, and you have to solve the problem.
platonic ideal
no
of
running
Maine in
away.
my head, unfortunately.
It's surreal. I
Oh, it
think
sucks.
because a lot of stuff are so similar to in-game, even like the slanted walls, the colors. Wherever the benches are placed is exactly the same as in-game.
These alleyways kind of snake through the entire town. They're really fun to walk up and down in real life, but when you've got a monster chasing you, it's just not a nice place to be.
Very much feels similar to like the alleyways of like
When I
Ibisagao.
first came here, I was like looking at all the textures, and luckily Unreal allows us with Nanite to just sort of layer on loads of meshes and textures on top of each other. I don't know what this is. Bits of like rag and tarpaulin, like the glove, for instance, there. It's just like layers upon layers upon layers of life and history. You're mimicking several hundred years worth of life. That's what we aim to do. And a lot of the time, the player will just sort of walk around and absorb it, and they won't know why it feels like a real place, but the effort that we've put in will make them feel like it's a real place, and it will give them that sense of history, and yeah.
It's a big moment for us, definitely. For me personally, for the team, you know, we're all big fans. I think that's an understatement to say big fans. You know, we're obsessed.
Bro, I get it.
To be trusted with a franchise like this, it's an honor, and you know, we want to make sure we ace it. So we're giving it our all to create something that's really new and really unique.
Everything they've shown environmentally has been incredible so far.
センターメディアのインスピレーションや再現方法について貴重なお話をありがとうございました。細部へのこだわりが新しい世界観をリアルに感じさせてい
I'm
ます。
noticing that the
こうした
logo
丁
on
寧
the
な作り込み
t-shirt
や
seems to have
シ
like
リー
a
ズならでは
Nautilus
の大
shell
切な魅力です。
imprint on it.
最後にタウンホールの規模や構成についてお話ししましょう。
For sure. And while Annapurna has been primarily known over the last decade for independent games from smaller teams, Townfall is no small game. In fact, it's among some of the biggest games that we've ever published.
And while Screenburn is a relatively small development studio at about 30 people, they have been afforded the development time to really realise their creative vision for Townfall. And as a result, Townfall is a full-length, high-quality game that we can all present with confidence following Silent Hill F and Silent Hill 2.
スクリーンバーン、アナプルナ、コナミの3社が手を組み
That
作り
kind
上
of
げ
worries
た
me. That feels like they're
再
trying
現
to
フィルのエッ
push
セ
that
ンス
like
をしっ
small
かり
team
取り入れた
narrative
タイト
that
ル
like
となっています。今年皆さんに
was
サイレントヒル
so
タウンホールを実際に
criticized
プレイ
about
して
like
も
how
らえる
people
こと
talk
を
about
非
like
常に楽
Expedition
しみにしてい
33.
ます。本日のサイレントヒルトランスミッション
Oh,
は
that's it.
こちらで終了となります。最後に視聴者の皆さんへ向けて一言ずつメッセージをお願いします。
We're so thankful for your patience, and we can't wait to show you more of what we have in store for you in Townfall.
I'm really excited for
We see
Townfall.
this project not only as our biggest and most ambitious game yet, but as a love letter to the series that inspired many of the team, myself included, to become game developers in the first place. It's truly an honour to be given this opportunity to contribute to the series, and on behalf of the team at Screenburn, thank you for your support and your encouragement over the years.
We've loved working with the entire team at Screenburn and are very proud of the game they've created. Our goal at Annapurna is to support our developers so they can focus on making the best possible game. It's been amazing to see Townfall come to life throughout development. Thank you to Screenburn for their partnership, and thank you to Konami for trusting us with the Silent Hill franchise.
Silent Hill Townfall is a labor of love for everybody involved and a true collaboration across the three
They're
teams.
all just staring straight
From
down
the
the
amazing
barrel
team
of the
in
camera,
Scotland
huh?
at Screenburn to the revered publisher Konami, not only in Japan but around the world. and ourselves, who are
Revered
very
is maybe
humbled
a
by
little
the
strong.
opportunity at Annapurna to co-publish a game for the first time with an existing franchise and bring our unique take to this historic franchise.
スクリーンバーン、アナプルナ、コナミの3社で長い時間をかけて作り上げてきた作品を発表することができて本当
Really
に良
want
か
to
っ
know
た
what's
で
up with
す。
the Nautilus imagery.
本日お見せした通り非常に丁寧に作り上げていますので皆様ぜひ楽しみにお待ちください。本日お届けしたサイレントヒルタウンホールはプレイステーション5と Steam、エピックゲームズにてウィッシュリスト登録受付中です。ぜひ登録をお願いいたします。また、サイレントヒルトランスミッションでは今後も
But is there going to be a
継続
physical
して
edition?
サイレントヒルシリーズの情報を皆さんにお届けしてまいります。次回もどうぞお楽しみに。
Like, I'll get it
本日
digitally.
は
I
ご
would
視聴いただ
prefer
き
not
誠に
to.
ありがとうござい
But,
ました。
yep, okay, we're done. Oh, wow. God damn. I'm excited. Oh, the horn's getting a little tired. Siren getting a Widow Sweepy. Ooh. Go get him, y'all. $40% off Silent Hill F, 50% off Silent Hill 2. Have at 'em. Good games, good games. Is that Raggy? Raggy's on my computer tower. I feel his little foot. He hated that. He hated me grabbing his widow foot. So that's the Silent Hill transmission. I could not possibly be more excited for Townfall. Let's go ahead, pop back to our... Oh, is this just replaying or... Oh, no, it is playing the reveal trailer. The reveal trailer? Oh, yeah, no. So that was the Silent Hill transmission. Not quite as much as I expected. Usually in previous Silent Hill transmissions, I feel like they've had like a bigger spread of like new stuff to talk about. Like usually it's just like, oh, here's some information on the game we're showing off. Here's some merch we're going to be releasing, etc., etc. What a wild ride it's been being a Silent Hill fan. Yeah. I really want to... I have replayed most Silent Hill games in the last couple years. I did the little Return series where I did Silent Hill 1 through 4 prior to the release of Silent Hill 2 Remake. And then I think earlier that year was when I did Silent Hill Homecoming for the New Year's stream. That might have been the year before. No, it was that year, because I think after that, the year that I did Silent Hill 2 Remake, that New Year's stream was Hunt Down the Freeman. Have you played that god-awful mobile game? You mean Book of Memories? I have not. I want to. One of these days, I'm gonna see if I can find like a cheap like PlayStation Vita TV. Play that way. The Diablo-esque one. Yeah, no, I haven't. I do want to try and get into like, and then, oh god, what was it? Last year I did, I think 15, not last year, but I think the year before. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, like it was like the 15th anniversary of Shattered Memories. So in 2024, what did I do in 2024? I did oh god, I did a bunch of Silent Hill stuff in 2024. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I gotta find this real quick. We're still gonna go ahead and get started on Deltarune soon. Delta soon. do want to... Silent Hill. Let's take a look here. Yeah, 2024 was kind of like the big year for like me doing like Silent Hill streams. Because we started that year doing Silent Hill Homecoming as the New Year's stream. Then a couple months later, Short Message came out. I replayed Silent Hill 1, 2. We watched the Silent Hill transmission from that year. Yeah, from June of that year. Or no, it was May, right. Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill 4, and then of course we did our Silent Hill 2 remake playthroughs, the standard and then the New Game Plus, where we got like 4 endings at the same time, or whatever. Shit, I didn't see you play the count. Have you not watched me play Homecoming yet? We might need to do that. And then in 2024, we also did the 15th anniversary Shattered Memories stream. And then 2025 was purely Silent Hill F. My big Silent Hill thing for 2025 was playing Silent Hill F. So going into 2026, it might not be a bad idea to replay some of the blind spots that we currently have. Well, not blind spots. I have played the other games before, but I do want to replay Origins. I do want to replay Downpour. Apparently you and Pat are the only streamers who played all endings of it. I can't imagine that's true. Seriously? That's wild. I would have thought more people would have gotten all of them. Nuts. That's fucked up. Angela on Super Beast, everyone says he's the only one. No fucking way. No, hold on a second. Really? That's wild. How do I tell him that I also did that? I don't know. How do I get in touch? How do I get in touch with Patrick Boivin to let him know the subreddit? I don't know. Oh man, I would feel weird. I haven't touched like the Super Beast subreddit or anything or any like major best friend stuff for years now. Honestly, I've kept up with their stuff. I was actually rewatching or watching the highlights from Pat's BioShock Infinite stream made me want to replay BioShock 2. But we'll get into that in a bit here. We're gonna go ahead. Hold on. I gotta set up posts real quick. We're gonna go ahead, take a quick break, decompress, and get into Deltarune. Necromancer Kobold, without getting into too much detail, I don't know if that would be a good idea for me specifically, but again, not gonna get into detail about it. It was a whole thing, not worth going into the details, trust me. Alright, have a good one, Lazalala. Hold on. Live now. Biggest. Okay. Let's save that draft. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. And we will start up some more Deltarune. Sit tight, folks.